All right, Pisces or Pisces cross watcher. This message is going to be for you guys. Feel free to reverse it if you need to. Pisces or Pisces cross watcher. I did just finish Aquarius's video, and so the word beautiful is really standing out to me. But I am loving your energy. I really am. I'm loving your energy. Like, as soon as I started this, I'm like, you are so fucking beautiful. You're beautiful. It's how deep you feel things, how connected you are, how steadfast you are. That's definitely a word standing out to me here. How steadfast, especially when you love someone and when you love something. I mean, you're in. You're in. And you feel them on a deep, deep level. You know who was a Pisces? And I watched this the other day. I believe it said she was a Pisces. Oh my God. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor. Let's look it up. I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong on that. Elizabeth Taylor, zodiac sign. Pisces. Yeah, beautiful woman. Just absolutely beautiful. Got some shit, though. Got a lot of shit. You know, I'm sure you guys have got your fair share of shit. People just open up to you. People just open up to you, want to talk to you, feel comfortable in your energy. You can also attract a lot of jealousy because of that, though. Because it's like, well, why are they so comfortable with Pisces, you know? Or a cross watcher, why do they feel so comfortable with Pisces? Male or female? Male or female? I want you to know that you're appreciated. Okay? Not just by me, but I mean in this love message. Somebody here does appreciate you. They may not always show it, honey. Meaning like at all. Sometimes they don't show it at all. But I'm telling you, they appreciate it. I want to say you are loved. You are really loved. You hear me? You are wanted. You are loved. And you are appreciated. Yes, you are. All right. 6 of Swords. 8 of Cups. Feels positive to me. Why? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Lovers. And we have King of Cups in reverse. All right, let's get into it. I can tell you right off the bat, whoever this person is, unless this message is reversed, only you're going to know this is a person who has to first work on themselves. As we all do. Or it's wise to. It's much better to do that. It's a much better idea to do that. But they have to work on themselves. I think at this time, someone's feeling a little bit ungrounded in their own personal life. Like, I don't know if something, now I don't want to speculate here, but I am seeing the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and I want to talk about what sometimes can cause the Queen of Pentacles to be in reverse. Sometimes, not always, it can be someone who at different points in their life, they haven't been nurtured themselves, whether they weren't nurtured from a mother figure or they weren't nurtured in relationships. And it could have started from like a long, long time ago. And so now they're kind of like, they can be mean-spirited at times, or just kind of, they can even neglect love. They can neglect relationships and even friendships because they themselves have been neglected. I'm not making an excuse for this person or you if it's reversed. And usually I don't like the court cards at all in reverse, but for some reason, and I'm going to go with it. I'm going with my intuition here. I feel like this is someone who, they definitely don't come off like they give a shit about you. Sometimes, maybe even during this time, or that they even notice you or they appreciate you or love you. But it's not that. It's that this person they're really trying to work on themselves or needing to. This person has been manipulated a lot. They've probably been cheated on a lot. They might have also been a cheater at one point in time, kind of like it can remind me of somebody who's done like sex work before. Like if you've been in sex work in any way, whether it was intentional in order to survive or you were pushed into it and you had no choice, it can make you kind of leery. Like, let's say, have you ever heard of strippers or former strippers talk? Not all of them, but a lot of them will say they hate men now. They don't like men because they see lawyers come in there and preachers come in there, people who are married and have families and children. They see them at the grocery store and they act like they're nobody, but just last weekend they were there throwing dollars at their pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is what this person has experienced, but they've experienced some type of shit where they've seen a lot of cheating, they've seen a lot of dishonesty, or they've been a part of it, and they have a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to love. This is a love message, okay? Or they didn't get a lot of love at some point in time, maybe from an early age. Kind of reminds me of when you take an animal too soon away from its mom. You know, they're kind of feral in a way, and sometimes they can be out of control. They don't know how to control themselves. I don't think this person knows what love is, and what they could mostly benefit from is not a relationship at this time. It's loving themselves, having more self-respect. This person could, I don't know if they just feel this way or they actually have issues with this. Either sometimes the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be someone who's underweight. Could be because they have eating issues, or they're overweight because they emotionally eat or they emotionally don't eat. They could have struggled with bulimia nervosa or anorexia nervosa. Their weight could fluctuate. It could be due to medications or just poor health. Just not taking care of themselves because they don't feel taken care of and they never have. Again, I'm not making an excuse for this person, or if it's you and it's reverse. It's just it's rough, you know. This person's also, some of you, this person's been exploited for sex or made to be looked at in a certain light. Like shamed. They've been made to be shamed in some way. So they don't know what love is. They're trying. You got to give it to this person. They are trying. The Five of Swords comes before this. I feel like this is someone who's always dealing with people who try to fuck with them or rip them down or put them in a certain light, make them look a certain way. And maybe they do have a past. Don't we all? And it's all different. But this person may have a little colorful past. And they're trying to move forward past this, but it's like to no avail. People try to beat them down, rip them down. They don't get what they want. This is definitely a person who also may not have even had sex with a person, but then the people say they've had sex with this person. They could have turned people down, and then they're being made to look like this. Someone who's a cheater, a homewrecker, who's not faithful, loyal, who's nasty, you know. This person's been through a lot. They probably have an interesting birth chart. They probably have a lot of planets on the upper quadrant of their birth chart, which would speak to possibly like public humiliation. This person's probably been publicly humiliated in some way. They're always having to be on the go, always having to move around. They can never get too comfortable. Does that look like someone who's comfortable? Look, they're in the shadow. You see I'm in the shadow now. They can never be comfortable. Ever. It's kind of dark and gloomy and gray. They're always having to kind of be on their toes and on their feet. That could be really significant here. Something to do with their toes and their feet and being on them. Is ballet significant for anyone here? Or I don't even know if you know this about this person, but there's something significant about their toes, one toe, or their feet, which is also connected to Saturn. This person, I'll tell you, has a very interesting, they have this lifetime, they've had a lot of karmic lessons. And what I think is great and charming about this person is they're trying. They're trying. Some of you, this person may also be made to look, they may be made to look at as they are, like they take people for everything they're worth. Like they use people for money or something like that. I mean, this person's being bashed. They're being bashed. Hopefully not by you. I don't think it's by you, but if it is, I don't think it's by you. Some of you it's reversed. You've been bashed. Anyway, so 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is beautiful here. I don't know. I get that you're kind of the rescue. Like you, unless you're the one that bashes this person. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. If you're not, and this is happening to you, this person better be careful with that. But what I'm actually getting here, because of how I started this message off and how beautiful you are in someone's life, male or female, whoever you are, is that somebody knows they can come to you. They know they can. Do they? Probably not. But they know they can. They do. They're just dealing with a lot. They don't really know what love is. They're still trying to figure out how to love themselves. And it's difficult. You know what I mean? Some of you, if this is a man, he gets called a womanizer. But women can also manipulate as well. Now, some of you are like, he is a womanizer. Okay, then that's not this message, you know? Unless it is, and the person was a womanizer, it looks like someone's trying to change. You're going to beat someone when they're down? People can change. I'm living fucking proof of it. So anyway, this is someone who knows that they can come to you, that you'll be there. You're kind of like this person's sanctuary, honestly. They know they can. They know that the door is always open, is how I'm hearing it, or that they can always write you, call you, show up, that you would be there. You know, you would be there. This person's going through some sort of storm in their life. It feels like a never-ending fucking storm, if you ask me. Bless their heart. I mean, this is just like... Let me tell you something, though. You don't want to sleep on people like this, man. You don't. Because when this person, because I feel like they want to, when this person, only if they want to, pulls themselves up out of this fuck shit, they're going to be one of the strongest people ever. You got to watch out for people like this and how you treat people and how you judge them, because eventually they could become stronger than you. They could become your boss. They could be someone who could take you down in the end. So you have to be careful how you sleep on people and how you try to bash them and how you try to make them in a certain light. It's like, do you hate yourself? Chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? And so, because I strongly feel like this is someone who does not want to be where they're at in their life, they don't want to stay in this like negative place, then they won't. Then they fucking won't. And it may take a long time, but all they have to do is, they can never get too comfortable. I can tell you that right now. This is not someone who's like grounded. They're not someone who's like stable, because they can't get grounded or stable. Because every time they try to get grounded or stable, the rug is ripped from underneath their fucking feet. Okay? That's exactly what is happening here. They don't get comfortable. Queen of Pentacles, how's that comfortable? They can never get too comfortable, because the shit is always fucking taken away. And so, you know, of course they have a hard time. Bless this person's heart. Shit. They have a hard time, you know, trusting that something will last forever, because to them, nothing fucking lasts forever. Not even these bodies that we're renting. That's going to die too, you know? Something here to do with dead skin cells. Someone here could have also had a cryo before. Like maybe they had precancer cells, cervical cancer, precancer cells. I get that this person, they don't have it anymore. They're in remission. But they've had precancer cells before. Cervical. I'm getting like, because upright, you know, these flowers would be growing and blooming and all that. But in reverse, they're like dead. And I'm getting like dead skin cells. Unless they just have really dry skin or eczema or what's that called? Like contact dermatitis. I don't know. Some sort of dry skin. All right. But anyway, they feel like they can turn to you. I turn to you. That sounds like shit. I turn to you. I had a little bit of a Red Bull recharger from Sonic. Not a good idea. Hold on, wait. I turn to you. Oh, it's Christina Aguilera. You don't say. What is Christina Aguilera's? Hold on. Christina Aguilera's zodiac sign. Sagittarius. No way. I didn't know that. Usually I'm good on that. I never knew that. All right, let's go back to I Turn to You by Christina Aguilera. Let's read some of these lyrics. It's coming to me for a reason. When I'm lost in the rain, in your eyes, I know I'll find the light to light my way. Oh, God. See, let me tell you why I know this is such a beautiful message. It's a love message, and here's why I know. Because they can always come to you. Do they? No. Some of you, yeah, they do. They know they can always come to you. But most of the time, it looks like they don't. And it's not because necessarily you, or even you at all. It's because they haven't been able to with anybody else. You know, they run to people to help them and save them and be there, you know, and they're not. They shit on them. Shitted on them. Like Nicki Minaj says. I shitted on them. They get shitted on. They can't trust friends. They can't trust nobody. This person is needing to learn. It's a very important lesson. Like, you can't be their savior here. I'm not saying don't be there for them. I think that thank God you are. But it's very imperative that they learn to love themselves and get themselves through it. And it's okay to, you know, have you there in the meantime and to know that you're there. But it means a lot, let me tell you. It means a lot to this person. In your eyes, I know I'll find the light to light my way. When I'm scared, losing ground, when my world is going crazy, you can turn it all around. You have no fucking idea. You don't. I don't think you have any clue how much this person puts you on a pedestal. And I hate pedestals. But here, somebody does put you on a pedestal, Pisces, male or female, they do. Because you are there, or you were there, when you don't know how much they needed you. You think that doesn't mean anything? They just don't know how to show it. Shoot them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to show it. Of course they don't. How would somebody who's been treated like this, and they don't know that they deserve better. They don't know they deserve someone like you. They don't feel like they deserve anything. They don't know love. They don't know stability. All they know is chaos. All they know is don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. I'm only worth my body. I'm only worth, you know, being fucked over and lied to and cheated on, or I'm only worth selling myself or selling myself short. That's what I'm worth. Even if they know that that's not true, that's what they've been made to believe. They've been programmed to believe that. And whether you know it or not, this person's actually very possessive of you. You'd never know it. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be someone who's controlling and possessive. They are actually, I don't get that they're controlling. But they definitely are possessive of you in the sense that, do you think for a second, if you were to come to them, you may feel like you can't come to this person because of how, like, withdrawn they are at times, or most of the time, or fucking all the time. Some of you are like, I don't even know how to get in touch with this person half the time, or ever. But you really don't know. And they seem a little street smart to me, so they probably fucked somebody up if someone ever messed with you. Okay? So they feel that they can run to you, they can come to you, and that you'll have their back. That you'll defend them, you'll protect them, you'll stand for this person, you'll stand up for them. If you've ever gotten into it with this person or been like difficult with them, a little hard on them, they hate that shit. But at the same time, they kind of need it, but not too much. Like, don't try to be their mom or their dad, you know what I mean? But at the same time, they kind of low-key love it because you wouldn't do it if you didn't care. This is really fucking specific. You wouldn't be that way if you didn't give a shit. You wouldn't give a fuck at all. But you do. And others of you, it's not that. You've never tried to, like, do that with this person. You're protective of them as well. Some of you, this person, like, pushes you away. They push you. Like, you see how it's like this wand, and this wand is, like, pushing back against. Like, here you have to, if you think about a paddle, you're, like, pushing against the water to push away. Some of you, this person, like, pushes you away. Not intentionally. I don't usually have this much understanding for people, because usually I'm like, no, we're just a bunch of shitheads, all of us. Like, we are. Humans are fucking shitheads, man. But here, I don't know, I kind of got a heart for this person. I have a big heart for this person. No wonder you do as well. And some of you, this is reverse. They're actually a beautiful person, but they're trying to believe it themselves. Does this person believe that they are more than what they're being made to seem like they are? Or more than the past that they've lived? Do they believe that? They know it. It's just not shown up in their reality yet. They're trying. They know it. Do you know how much hope that gives me here? This person knows that they're more. And they are very, very intuitive. This individual, of course they are. Anybody who has lived a life like this, or who hasn't lived a life like this, but has been made to look like they're living a life like this, they're street smart. They have to be, to protect themselves. Like, if this person's ever done, like, sex work, okay? I keep going back to that, so there's something like that here. They have to know what car to get into. Otherwise, bye-bye. You might not get seen again, and that's fucked up. But that happens to these people. It happens all the time. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do to survive, you know? And maybe that's how they fed themselves or their family or whatever. You never know. We can judge people all day, but you never know. So whatever this person's path has been, they've become smart because of it. They're very smart about people. I think they just don't. Telling this person you love them would mean nothing. It's not that. It's the fact that you keep showing up. It's the fact that time and time again, you keep coming back around and you keep checking on them. You keep making sure they're okay. You love this person. I'm sorry. You do. Why did I say I'm sorry? You love them. Do you know how beautiful that is? That is why you're beautiful. Because anyone else would fucking give up on this person. I believe it even said that in the documentary with Elizabeth Taylor, right? I can't remember what friend was it she had, and bless his heart, and he died. He died from a disease, and she opened an organization or like some sort of foundation in his honor. And I mean, because she knew what it was like to be shit on. She knew what it was like, or she had sympathy for him and empathy. She loved him when people were just casting stones and the whole world was judging this man. I can't remember what his name was. Let's see. Who was it that Elizabeth Taylor opened a foundation for after he died? Rock Hudson.
According to Facebook, Taylor devoted much time and energy to AIDS-related charities and fundraising. She helped start the American Foundation for AIDS Research after the death of her former co-star and friend, Rock Hudson. She also created her own AIDS foundation, the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation.
There you go. When everybody's shitting on him and all the world was judging him, it was different times, you know? And she didn't. She understood him. She was there. And then did something in his honor. Like, it's kind of like that type love to me. I mean, wow. Wow. This might be the deepest love message I've ever seen. This is the love on a real level. Like on a motherfucking real level. And I was seeing a little hints of this in the Aquarius message I just did. I'm seeing it here. Love on a real level. I love you no matter fucking what. These cards had to come out and they just all turned around. The Empress, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the World. I love you no matter what. In this life and every others. Every others. All the others. I've loved you forever. I've loved you since the beginning of whatever time is. I've loved you. I've always loved you, and I know it. I have compassion for you, and I think you're beautiful. And I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to make of yourself. I see that you aren't this person. I know you're not this person that society's trying to make you out to be. I know that you're not this person that you used to be. Or that you were never really, but you thought you had to be to survive. I know who you really are, and I love you for that. Oh my God. Some of you are not confused at all. You know exactly who your person is. And it's this person. Not for all of you, but for some of you, this is same sex. I see 2 women here. You're the most beautiful person in my eyes. Some of you, you are the masculine and this is the feminine, but it has to do with like someone's lifestyle. And maybe even 2 people here who's had little interesting lifestyles before. But there's some sort of deep love here that surpasses all the fucking bullshit. It's just that this person doesn't know what love is. Not in the human sense. They know what love is when it comes to animals. But even that hurts because this person's never lived somewhere long enough to be able to keep their animals. Any animal they get, they make better pets with strays. Yeah. Because upright, they would have the home to be able to put the pets in. Here, they're always having to leave or they can't keep the pets because of where they have to live. So, but that's like deep love there. It's not that they don't have it. It's there. Just everything here on this planet in this human form is fleeting. It's all passing by. This person's really deep. They're very deep. And they have a lot of love and compassion. And they're very understanding. They may come off as detached and cold and withdrawn and defensive even. And very unpresent. But they are, though. Their energy has never left you. Since you connected, however long ago it's been, however recent it's been, they've never left you. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, yeah. I'm hearing stowaway. Isn't that Curly Sue? Stowaway. What is the movie Stowaway about with Curly Sue? I think it's got Curly Sue. Is there there's a new movie called Stowaway? No, the one with, no. Something to do with Mars, that movie. Okay. What is the movie Stowaway about that has Curly Sue starring in it? I'm telling you, there's a movie called Stowaway. It keeps pulling up 2021 film. Well, I'm not going to take forever trying to find this. I thought she was in a movie called Stowaway. It says a 3-person crew on a mission to Mars faces an impossible choice when an unplanned passenger jeopardizes the lives of everyone on board. I feel like somebody could have jeopardized this person's life, literally their life, or is trying to jeopardize their life right now. I hope it's not you. Like if this, because it can be different vantage points here. It could be talking to the person who's really tried to ruin this person's life, and there's somebody there that's always there to love them and pick them up. Meanwhile, you're over there trying to ruin their fucking life. It's like, why don't you get a life and stop doing that? But how I feel this is that someone's tried to jeopardize this person's whole fucking life. Maybe their reputation. This is not going to be for everybody. Anyway. I gotta find it and then we'll go. Okay, wait. Curly Sue. Oh, it wasn't Curly Sue. That's why it's not pulling it up. What was her name? Hold on. Curly Sue. I thought that was her name. You know the old actress, Curly? There used to be people named Curly back in the day. Like, I think there was a man on the movie Oklahoma, or maybe it was 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. I think it was Oklahoma, and his name was Curly. She'd be like, Curly! His name was Curly. No, it's not Curly Sue. Why was I picking up on Curly Sue? That's got to be relevant for somebody here. So I'm going to do Curly Sue, or Curly Fries, or Curly. What is her freaking name? You know what I'm talking about? She was a precious little girl. She had the little short curls. Long time ago, she was a child actress. Way back in the day. I see her in my mind as Curly Sue. I thought she was in a movie called Stowaway. Stowaway. Old movie. I can't stop until it's... There, Shirley fucking Temple. Wasn't she a doll? I'm talking a little doll. I knew there was a movie with, it's not Curly Sue. She just has curly hair, and I was getting them mixed up here. Curly Sue. This is Shirley Temple. Isn't that also a drink? Could be something to do here with this person is a drinker or was a drinker. Because isn't Shirley Temple a drink? A beverage? Shirley Temple. That's it. Just absolutely beautiful. Precious. Precious. You think this person's precious. No matter what, they're precious to you. Vice versa. Shirley Temple. Zodiac sign. Taurus. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. Only you guys are going to know why I was channeling those movies and Shirley Temple and Curly Sue. That won't resonate for everybody. But for whoever it's for, you'll know what that means. I have no clue what it means. Feels like it's kind of just like out of nowhere. But that's always when it means something to somebody. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for being here with me. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.